already and are just catching this segment, please make sure to catch the other videos from this particular webinar today to catch up on how to use low-cost sensors, how to be a part of this project in data usage, get your own low-cost sensor, and interact with the satellite data and the real-time low-cost sensor data. So how can citizen scientists help in our project? I'll be going through that today. I work with Prakash Dorswamy, who gave an introduction to our project, and my name is Karmann Mills. I'm a project manager here at RTI and am helping with interfacing with citizen scientists and making sure that our project is broadcast to interested people. RTI is a not-for-profit research institute, and our mission is to improve the human condition by taking science from concepts to applications. And we do this through laboratory science, social science, international development work, and we are almost 5,000 employees strong across the world. So, how to get engaged with this project? The first thing to do, we would like for you to visit the project website. That's aqcitizenscience.rti.org. And I'll show you in a couple slides how to link up with our participant questionnaire. It's a Google form questionnaire, pretty quick to go through, and that's going to get you on our roster for interested participants. The next way to interact with us through our project website is to join our Slack channel. That's going to be a community chat where we can interact with you all. You can share your findings, your questions directly with the community of this project, and it's the most direct community group. So some other suggestions that we have for you are to get engaged. In general, if you're on Facebook, there are several local and particular sensor-focused air quality groups and pages on Facebook. One that I have seen some good engagement in is the Purple Air Users Group. And then on Twitter, a few of us in the project team are engaged on Twitter. Pavan, who just gave a wonderful demo of the satellite worldview website, is heavily engaged. My handle is there too, and Prakash Dorswamy is there. And then as far as citizen science community Twitter feeds or Twitter groups, there's SciStarter, which is a website which represents a website of citizen science projects. That's a really good group to follow. NASA Earth, wonderful. NASA Goddard Picks, and South Coast AQMD. So if you are in Los Angeles, the Raleigh, North Carolina area, or the Delhi, India area, please keep an eye out. Please get engaged, because we are going to be having in-person workshops in the coming year. And Los Angeles will be first. That's focused on February of 2019. That's our goal. Raleigh, North Carolina, we're aiming for the late summer of 2019. And then for Delhi, India, between the fall and spring of the next year. And we plan on also broadcasting this live to the web too for engagement by folks that cannot attend in person. So these will be advertised on our project site and broadcast through the interaction methods that I mentioned on the previous slide. So the questionnaire I mentioned. Participant questionnaire you can access again through the aqcitizenscience.rti.org. And if you scroll down on the home page, there is a box called Links of Interest. Make sure that you click on Become a Citizen Scientist, join our team. That link will, or that hyperlink will take you directly to the questionnaire. So what if I want a sensor, but I'm not in the regions of interest for this particular project? Well, like I said, you can still participate in data interaction and learn more by getting engaged during the workshops through the web links that we'll send out or we'll have ready. And sensors through this project will not be shared with citizen scientists that are not in those 3 regions, but these are low-cost sensors. So if it's in your budget to purchase your own, the Purple Air sensors are about $200 right now. And I know as more come on the market, they're going to get more and more affordable. So you can purchase and host your own sensor. And an example of live data from Purple Air's website is shown here in the top right of the slide. You can have your data linked up to the Wi-Fi, sending data real time, and come to Purple Air's website and view it and how it relates to other sensors that are deployed. So your sensor would be contributing to our data set in real time. And then you can also, if you don't have a sensor, you can still get engaged with the data. So all of this Purple Air data is available to anyone, whether you're hosting a sensor or not. And so you can help us curate and evaluate the data from Purple Air, as well as the satellite website that Pavan shared with you, Worldview. So we also have a feed on the project website, aqcitizenscience.rti.org, where you can look at the map of our deployed sensors and other sensors in the area. This right now is focused on the Los Angeles region from our phase 1 deployment, and you can see the blue points on the map are sensors deployed during our first phase study, and other sensors in the area are in purple. So from the header bar on the website, you want to go to view air quality data in the menu, and that will take you directly to the map. So that is it for this phase. Plugging the website one more time. Thank you all for attending today. We're really pleased with the attendance, and we're going to turn it over to Q&A now. All right. So we have all presenters unmuted and video sharing. We have a few questions here. I'm going to run through them. All right. The first question from our attendees is, would the usage of air quality monitor give us the VOC levels? So if that's for this project, then it would be the Purple Air sensors.
So for this project, we are going to be looking at only the particle concentrations. So these sensors are not going to be giving us the VOC levels. However, there are reference monitors that do provide VOC data if you're interested in. Olga, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, so for this project we're not going to be for these. In general, in the realm of low-cost sensors, VOC is like the least reliable at the moment. Few VOCs that are AQ specs have not evaluated the performance of any of that. But we are right now actually acquiring and keep this and evaluating those sensors. With my personal experience running a few of these VOC sensors in the field, unfortunately, they will give you a very, very, very quick idea of the VOC area. So it's just the technology is not there yet.
Okay, second question. Is the expanded sensor deployment in Los Angeles for phase 2 going to increase the spatial resolution of the data set, i.e. packing more sensors in a given area, or is it to expand the overall coverage, or both? The short answer is it is both. So yes, we are going to be expanding the regions in the Los Angeles basin that are going to be deployed with low-cost sensors, but also specific areas where we will increase the spatial resolution as well. And as I said earlier, the goal is to relate it back to the satellite data. The next question is, excuse me, where are the workshops located? Karmann mentioned it in her presentation. So we will have workshops in Los Angeles area, in Raleigh, North Carolina, in late summer 2019. Los Angeles will be probably February of 2019, and in Delhi probably late fall of 2019 or early spring. Are you familiar with the Atmo tube sensors, and if so, how the quality or accuracy compares with your sensors?
That would be the purple air that we've chosen for this project.
So Olga or Brandon, I will turn that over to you.
Yeah, we can take that question. So the AQ Spec group has not evaluated the Atmo tube sensors. From a quick internet search, it looks like they are VOC sensors, along with some temperature relative humidity parameters. We are building that capability to test those sensors, but they emit type of pollutant than the purple air sensors. The purple air sensors measure particulate matter. When those results are available, they will be on our AQ Spec website. So be sure to tune into the AQ Spec website and join our mailing list if you are interested in hearing about future sensor evaluations.
Thank you. So the next question is, how will you manage the data? How will you involve communities as opposed to individuals? That's a very good question. So for the type of sensor that we have chosen, all the data from the sensors are directly transmitted to the cloud, to the Purple Air's website or their server. And from there, we pull the data for display on our website as well as for analysis. With regards to the question on how we will involve communities as opposed to individuals, that is a very good question. I think that is something that we are trying to work on and maybe involve schools. Karmann, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so Olga has already started. For our first phase, we have been engaging at the teacher and administration level for schools and universities to engage groups rather than just individuals. So we're trying to approach it from a broader sense, with a broader community in mind. I can take number 6. Our school team, Air Allies, have been working on a project on air pollution. As a team, we have been recording the data from air quality monitors near the schools and gas stations. We have been using Atmotube to record the level of air pollution and the VOC by using Atmotube and mapping those results on ArcGIS. It's not a question.
Thank you for the feedback.
It's a statement, and we're really excited about your project. Very good. So number 7, if selected, is someone going to visit my home to determine the best location?
So I can take this question. So we will work with you to give an advice. What would be the best? You can send us, let's say, pictures of a certain locations around your home that you're planning to install, and we can advise you on the best location to use. And if you have difficulties connecting a sensor, we will also help you with that. We will try to visit your home only as a last resort if all other attempts to fail, but provide and guidance on how to select the best location.
Great, thank you. Is there a summary of the different satellite products to use for air quality related to NASA worldview for those of us who aren't experts? Great question. I was just making a comment earlier that it is very complex, the level of choices. And I don't know what is available now. I can pass that to Rob and Pavan, but that is something that we are considering to provide out examples of settings to use on the website. Rob or Pavan, did you want to share any comments?
I don't have, okay, I'll just start in terms of, it probably depends on each case, but that's a really good idea, is to have a default, a default set of settings to work with. So there probably is a way to do that, but maybe Pawan knows better.
Yeah, so if you go to the world view and click on the add layer, then what you will see is actually different categories. And if you click on the air quality, you will see a list of parameters. Now, if you add any of these layers, and if you click on that information window, you will find the details of each those parameters. So these are all the parameters right now available in world view for air quality relevant visualization. But we do not have any stand-alone list because the list can be very long and it can be very different depending on which agency's satellite we are picking. So, but it's something we can consider in the future.
Again, plus noting that you do it once, you figure out what you like, and then you can save that and then always use that. If you can always save that first link that you make. Then you can, and then the list, then you can always start with that list.
Yeah, that's good. So since we are over by 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and stop here. And if you asked a question that we didn't get to, we will follow up with you by email. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you very much for participating. Thank you so much to our presenters. And we look forward to interacting with you continued on this project.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing. Looking at the questions that haven't been answered yet. So if you are selected, we are focusing on the regions of Los Angeles, Raleigh, North Carolina, and if you are selected as this project, that the sensor will be provided to you at no cost.